Let's check your work. Britney and Elissa are making lanyards. Britney makes a lanyard that is 9/12 of a foot long. Elissa makes a lanyard that is 5/6 of a foot long. Who has the longest lanyard? Well, what do we know? We know that Britney makes a lanyard that is 9/12 of a foot long. So Britney equals 9/12 of a foot long. Elissa makes a lanyard that is 5/6 of a foot long. So Elissa is 5/6 of a foot long. What do we need to find? Who has the longest lanyard? Longest is a key word that's going to tell us to compare and find the longest or greatest length of lanyard. Okay, so how do we find and compare these two lengths? We have to look at our models and decide which one would be the best one to use. Well, since we're talking about length, I'm going to use the number line first. When I use number lines, just like with bar models, I need to make sure that my two ends line up. That's because we need to compare the same holes. See, if I begin with a 0 and end with a 1, begin with a 0 and end with a 1. If I don't compare the same holes, then I can't compare fractions at all. So let's look at this denominator, and this denominator is 12. So I have to cut up this number line into 12 pieces. So I'm going to first divide it in half, and then each of these in half. I got 4 pieces. And now each of these into thirds. And that's how I cut this up into 12 equal pieces. What's going to be 9/12? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 12. 9/12. 9, and this would be 10, 11, 12. 12/12 would be our whole. We're going to do the same thing for 5/6. So we're going to cut this in half. And then these into thirds. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/6. Now this looks, 5/6 looks longer than 9/12. But to be absolutely sure, I'm going to use my common denominators to double check my work.